There will be no community briefing on Monday, Veterans Day, as we pause to thank veterans, like my husband and Lillian's late father, as well as our National Guard partners that you see working at the community care site. So if you do go there on Monday, please take a moment to thank those National Guards. Our Buncombe County Veterans Services Office provides a wide array of assistance to veterans and their dependents. This assistance includes disability compensation, non-service connected pension, survivor benefits, and more. The Buncombe County Veteran Services Office is one of the best offices in the state of North Carolina, with a team of dedicated veteran services officers, including Sherry Manning and Clint Cook, who served in the Air Force, Ivan Sarabia in the Army, and Heath Smith in the Marine Corps. So to find more information and resources, go to buncombecounty.org/veterans. An update on trash collection. Vase Pro will operate normal routes for household trash and recycling in accessible locations today in Fairview. Today, you can drop off bagged household trash at the Ingalls in Fairview at 225 Charlotte Highway, and on Friday at the North Buncombe Pool at 734 Clark's Chapel Road in Weaverville. Trash drop-off hours are 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. An update on debris. Understandably, we are getting lots of questions about debris. Our trucks are running 7 days a week, even on holidays like Monday. There's not a schedule to this like you do with your garbage collection. So we can't tell you exactly what day will be in your neighborhood. We will make multiple passes, so you don't have to have it all pulled out to the curb all at once. We will also collect debris on private roads and in waterways, but we have additional steps to take in order to do that. So we're starting with public right-of-ways first. Debris pickup is not leaf collection. Please do not put leaves out for collection in the county. This is only for storm-related debris. So far, we've collected almost over 95,000 cubic yards of debris. This is progress, but we have identified 10 million cubic yards of debris across the county. So it will be a long process. We are actively working to start a Tropical Storm Helene private property debris removal and demolition program. We're working with our federal partners at FEMA, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, as well as the state of North Carolina. If your private property has hazardous limbs, trees, or other debris caused by Tropical Storm Helene that are a health and safety concern, and you cannot bring your debris to the right-of-way, your debris may be eligible for removal from your property at no cost to you through this program. This program is designed to assist those who have exhausted their insurance proceeds for debris removal or those who do not have insurance for debris removal. We encourage property owners who are financially constrained and severely impacted to consider this option before taking on additional out-of-pocket expenses for debris removal. The application process will be announced very soon. Please note that debris present on vacant land, debris on unused or unmaintained areas of property or land, or debris on land used primarily for agricultural purposes is likely not eligible for this program. Complete details will be released as they become available. An update on shelters. The American Red Cross is supporting the transition of operations of disaster shelters to Western Carolina Rescue Mission. This happens on Saturday, November 10th, to ensure continuity of care for disaster-impacted people currently in our shelters. As of October 7th, 2024, there are 164 people residing in disaster shelters in Buncombe County, and the American Red Cross and partners are actively working with all shelter residents on identifying next steps to promote stability as people continue to recover from the disaster. The WNC Ag Center shelter will be closing November 10th, and residents will continue shelter and residents will continue shelter need while we able to transition to the Gold's Gym location. Let me say that again. The WNC Ag Center will be closing on November 10th, and residents with continued shelter needs will be able to transition to the Gold's Gym location, where shelter operations provided by Western Carolina Rescue Mission, with support from Sunrise Community for recovery and wellness. This will continue through December 31st, 2024. The American Red Cross, Western Carolina Community Ministries, Novant Health, Buncombe County, and the Asheville-Buncombe Continuum of Care and partners have worked collaboratively to ensure this seamless transition for disaster-impacted people and will continue to partner to support long-term recovery for shelter residents. Next week, we'll have the city and county staff here to provide updates about Code Purple sheltering as we head into colder months. An update on FEMA. If you have not done so yet, please apply for assistance at disasterassistance.gov or call the FEMA hotline at 800-621-3362. Again, apply at disasterassistance.gov or call that FEMA helpline at 800-621-3362. You can meet FEMA staff in person at the Disaster Recovery Center located at Cane Creek Pool, 590 Lower Brush Creek Road. That's in Fairview. The hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Sunday. The mobile FEMA DRC continues to operate in Buncombe County at the Buncombe County Sports Park. That's in the parking lot, 58 APAC Drive, open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Most of the county, with the exception of Weaverville and those on private wells, is under a boil water advisory. A boil water notice, right, Clay? It's a boil water notice. The guidance provided during these briefings are on the City of Asheville's website or for home use. Regulated establishments of facilities such as restaurants must follow guidance from their regulatory agencies. These regulated establishments can visit buncombecounty.org/EH or call Environmental Health at 828-250-5016 if you have any questions. Next, I'll turn it over to Jamie with Working Wheels, Asheville.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Jamie Beasley, the Executive Director of Working Wheels. In times like these, we realize how much we need each other. Hearts are broken by the sad stories, but our spirits are lifted by the stories of neighbors taking care of one another. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be with you today to share some information about Working Wheels. We are a local nonprofit organization that provides affordable, reliable transportation to local families in need. We do this because a dependable car opens the doors to education, employment, access to healthcare, and an improved quality of life. We offer two programs, a vehicle purchase program and a vehicle repair program. For the purchase program, we repair and refurbish donated cars and sell them for affordable prices to working families in the community. For the repair program, we offer vehicle repairs for 10% of the cost to people who cannot afford to repair a vehicle they already own. I'm here today to talk about two initiatives that we have undertaken to help people in the region recover from Hurricane Helene and get back on their feet. For the first initiative, we are providing free repairs for vehicles being used by local organizations for relief and recovery efforts. Keeping these vehicles on the road ensures vital support continues to reach those in need and helps move the recovery process forward. For the second initiative, in addition to seeking donated cars from the community, we are raising funds to identify and purchase dependable used cars to replace vehicles that community members lost in the flood. Much of our own inventory of donated vehicles was ruined in Hurricane Helene, crippling our ability to match donated vehicles with community members at the time when they are needed most. With the funds that we collect, we will purchase 10 to 12-year-old mostly Hondas, Toyotas, and Subarus with about 120 to 160,000 miles. We think this is the sweet spot in terms of cost and quality. We will assess each vehicle, perform pre-sale repairs if necessary, process the sale with the DMV, and stand by the program participants with a warranty after the sale. So far, thanks to donors from near and far, support from Impact Health and the W&C Bridge Foundation, as well as a generous donation from the Community Foundation of Western North Carolina, we have raised enough money to purchase 30 vehicles to match with families in need, and enough to offer free vehicle repairs for 30 vehicles being used by local organizations for disaster relief efforts. If you are hearing this information and want to know more about how to apply for a replacement car or the vehicle repair services, please go to our website and fill out the appropriate form. We will be back in touch with you as soon as we are able. The website is www.workingwheelswnc.org. Please understand that the demand for these repairs and replacement vehicles will far exceed the funds that we have available, so not everybody will be helped. We are forming a committee of community members to help select the individuals that we will be able to serve. If you are hearing this information and want to help us do more, please spread the word. We are seeking donated vehicles, as well as funds to expand both of the initiatives to help more people. More information can be found at www.workingwheelswnc.org. I'm grateful to live in this community with each of you, and I look forward to brighter days ahead. Thank you for this opportunity to share information about Working Wheels.
Thank you. And next we'll be joined by Andy Barnett with the Asheville Area Habitat for Humanity.
Thank you. Good morning. It's great to hear about all this good work that's going on. Love to hear from Jamie and what he's up to. Thank you for having me. I'm Andy Barnett. I'm the director with Asheville Area Habitat for Humanity. I'm happy to share that all of our staff and homeowner families are safe following the storm, and that there was no significant damage in neighborhoods that Habitat has built. It was a huge relief for us to find that, and a real vote of confidence in the work that we do. I want to thank my incredible team and the generous supporters who have helped make our initial recovery steps successful. Asheville Area Habitat for Humanity is working hard to rebuild our operations, even while we are out supporting the community. Like many local businesses, we were hit hard by Helene. Our administrative office and Restore near Biltmore Village remain closed while we recover. But our Weaverville Restore is open to shoppers and donors. So if you need your Restore fix, come on up and visit us in Weaverville. With the Asheville Restore closed, I was worried about our staff and continuity of employment. We were able to forge a really amazing partnership with our friends at Manna Food Bank. They needed to scale up their workforce to meet the need for the work that they do in our community. And so we were able to forge a partnership where a number of our Habitat staff members are supporting them as a skilled and mission-aligned temporary workforce. Our new home construction operations are very much back in full swing. We are working with staff and volunteers in a neighborhood in Arden, Monday through Saturday. If you're interested in coming out and grabbing a hammer and beginning to help with rebuilding in our community, you can sign up to volunteer at ashevillehabitat.org. Since the storm, we sold homes to 3 families and welcomed them to that Arden neighborhood. We're very excited about the ability to do that. And we are accepting applications for our new homeownership program. So if you or someone that you know is interested in considering homeownership and interested in purchasing an affordable home, they can find more about that also at ashevillehabitat.org. The bulk of the work that we're doing right now is in home repair. We've added a new disaster repair program. This is focused on serving families that low-income homeowners that may not be able to meet all of their repair needs with insurance or other assistance programs. Habitat is coordinating disaster repairs being made by several local agencies, creating one point of intake for folks who are interested in repairs. So if you or someone you love needs home repair assistance, you can find out more about that through Habitat's website, ashevillehabitat.org, or by calling 828-251-5702. Again, information about disaster-related repairs for low-income homeowners, call 828-251-5702. Well, we've made great progress as an organization and as a community over the last month. We know this is a long road. Across the country, Habitat has shown its strength as a long-term partner in rebuilding communities after disaster. Together with all of your help, Asheville Area Habitat for Humanity will be that partner as we rebuild Western North Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, that concludes our presentations for today. So we can turn it over to questions from members of the media who are on a separate Zoom call at the same time. And Catalina will help moderate any of those questions that come into the chat.
Yeah, hi, this is Gracie with News 13. Wondering what FEMA is doing to help provide housing and what the biggest challenges are for those 164 people in shelters to get out of the shelter.
Avril's going to come up and address responses to your question.
Hi, Gracie. FEMA, oh, Lacey's also here as well. So we have some backup if I need some more answers. But FEMA has been working, they have something they call a mass care team. They have been working individually with every single person in the shelter to help address what specific needs they have. So it has not been a one size fit all. It has really been individually working with every single person to help address the needs that they have. The majority of the folks still in our shelters, though, were previously unhoused. And so they don't have a home to go back to, or a home that FEMA can help, or land that FEMA can help them to put a mobile home or a travel trailer on that site at the moment. So we're working through how do we address that population in our community.
And how many mobile homes has FEMA provided after the storm?
Right now, we're siting our first one. We're working through the permitting process, and we have a homeowner who has land that is not in the floodway that we can place that house. So this is the first one that we're working on getting placed this week. I know that FEMA has about 3 more. They told me that's already been manufactured and are on their way here. So hopefully by the end of next week, we will tell you there are now 4 homes that are now sited in Buncombe County.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that John?
Yeah, and I was trying to catch Miss Pender before she took off.
There's always birds or dogs in the background when you unmute, John.
It's birds today.
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
John.
Hey, good morning. I've got a reader asking, it's a very specific question about debris removal. If there is any way for them to know, and I think you just addressed this partly, but street by street where they will be coming, and if any kind of possible dashboard might be set up for that. They were asking for in the city and the county, so I know you're just county, but if you could address that, I'd appreciate it.
There's not a street by street, but we have zones that has been laid out, and there are maps that we can show you. What we're working on now is if you can put your address into that zone and see where, if your address is in that zone, but we don't have street by street specifically, but we have broken the county into zones. The city also have zones as well. And we do have a map. I'm looking at Lillian to see if that map is online or not, but we do have a map that we had in our chat in one of these briefings about a week ago now. I want to say several weeks, but it has only been several weeks that we have been in this state. But there is a map It is broken by zones. And if you look at that zone, you can see what neighborhoods are coming, but we don't have it broken down street by street. They're working the entire zone all at once.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
And to follow up on that, John, right now our crews are working in Black Mountain, Barnardsville, Swannanoa, and then the southern part of the county, Julian Shoals area. So that's where our crews are working. But we know the questions that we're getting in our One Buncombe call center, emails that we're getting, the comments on social media. We're working on a very strong communication plan around debris specifically so that we can help address folks' questions. But it's not like regular trash service. We will not say your collection day is Wednesday, have it out on the street by 7 a.m. So we're not at that point, and I don't know that we will be.
Is that map available on the Helene page, or do you know where folks could find it?
So we had posted it before. We've made some changes to it. So we will work on getting a new map out that shows those areas where we're trying to work, but we will keep you posted on that, and I'll make sure I get it to you, John.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Gracie with News 13 again. This actually is for Jamie with Working Wheels.
Yeah, here he comes.
Hi there. Can you just clarify the vehicles that are you purchasing those, did you say, to repair? And then like what is the vetting process for that? For the vehicles that you're purchasing?
Yes, for the vehicles. So normally we depend on donated vehicles and we assess them fully, make repairs, and then put the good ones, the ones that are able to be made reliable for up to 2 years, into our program. Without that inventory of donated vehicles, we are seeking to purchase those on the market. We know exactly what we're looking for because we assess 300 vehicles a year to figure out which ones are the best ones to invest in. Sourcing those vehicles is another question. We are looking for dealers that are feeling like they want to make a partnership. We want to buy the vehicles, but we would love to buy them at good prices since we want to buy in volume. And then I will say, every vehicle that we purchase, we will check it out on the front end. If anything isn't right, we'll either take it back, fix it before we place it with a family, and then we'll stand by the vehicle with a warranty after we do that.
Thank you.
Any questions in the chat, Catalina? I think we have a competition at this 11 a.m. spot, and maybe folks are tuned into that. Before I close, I don't think we've ever had a briefing where Blue Ridge Public Radio hasn't had a question.
We're making history, Lillian.
Amazing. Laura, I'm going to put it in my diary today. All right. Well, with that, I'll just thank you for joining us here today. We're going to be back again tomorrow with our water update from Clay. We also will have update from community partner with Team Rubicon and their volunteer opportunities and the work that they are doing, supplementing the debris process. And we also are going to have financial support information about hazard mitigation funding. Hazard mitigation funding is available for projects to help make communities more resilient and less susceptible to damages from future disasters. And so there will be a hazard mitigation grant program, which is available through annual competitive grants and only after federally declared disaster events. So we will have information on that tomorrow. Remember that our One Buncombe call center is available between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at 828-250-6100. And please be sure to sign up for our text messages so that we can let you know when things like grants are available. You can do that at buncombecounty.org/code red or by texting BC alert to 99411. Doesn't matter if you use caps or no caps, but that's BC alert to 99411. We will have a Board of Commissioners meeting this afternoon at 5 p.m. There will be no briefing, but the regular 5 p.m. meeting where we will provide an update on hurricane response and recovery efforts. And FEMA also will be there too. So we'll see some folks at 5 and we'll see the rest of y'all tomorrow at 11. Thank you.